Local digital marketing mistakes. I've got the most common mistakes that I see local businesses make in their digital marketing, okay? Between clients and their local competition, I look at the digital presences of a ton of local businesses. These are the mistakes I see made most often. The good news is that a few of these are pretty easy to fix, okay? In any case, most local business owners aren't even aware that they have these problems yet. So as I run through this list, ask yourself how many of these local business digital marketing mistakes you unfortunately might be making, okay? I'm going to tell you some good news. Most clients and potential clients that I speak with think that their local competition is way ahead of them in terms of their digital marketing. And I'll tell you what I tell them, which is it's generally not the case. Even for businesses that have been around for decades, it's amazing the basic errors that a lot of local businesses make. So take a look at each item on this list. Ask yourself if maybe your business is unfortunately making these errors. You've got a short list of things to fix first. Hi, I'm Tom from Working Funnel LLC. Let's get going. Is your business verified in Google My Business? I made a video about this recently. Your Google My Business listing controls your map pack presence, okay? It's imperative to get this right. If you don't know if your Google My Business listing has been verified, chances are it hasn't yet, okay? The problem here is that Google will make you a default listing that is very basic and it's not complete enough to do your business much good. It actually looks rather unprofessional. So you want to get in there and get verified, and by the way, fill out your entire Google My Business listing, okay? That'll give you a better shot for appearing in the map pack or the local pack below the ads. And you really, really need to be there because especially on mobile, you probably know yourself, the map pack results are the easiest to just tap into if you get your leads mostly through the telephone. Make sure your Google My Business presence is verified and as professional as it can be. If you're running Google Ads, make sure you're not running Google Smart Campaigns. The targeting with Google Smart Campaigns is not specific enough. It means you're paying for a lot of clicks that aren't doing you any good. And it's a waste of money, okay? Search engine marketing means targeting very specifically to make sure your ads are served to people that you want them to be served to, based on the queries, the searches that they type in, okay? Google Smart Campaigns simply don't give you enough control over who you show your ads to. Guarantee that you're wasting money. Much better to be running the full version of Google Ads. If you're running Google Ads, are you sending the clicks to pages that describe the service that people saw an ad for? If I'm looking for a plumber because my toilet isn't flushing and I click on an ad that's going to help me get my toilet fixed, don't send me to a page that is about some other service or all of the services that you offer. Get me to a page that describes how good you are at fixing toilets, okay? Whether you offer services to local clients or you sell things to local clients, you may have a lot of different services and products that you sell. It's worth sending people to inner pages on your website that address the need that they clicked into when they clicked the ad to get to your site, okay? The conversion rate will be far higher if you take the time to do this. It'll pay dividends for as long as you own your business. If you only offer one service or product, it's okay to send folks to your homepage. But if you don't, do the work, send them to specialized pages. Has basic on-page SEO been done to your website? I'm just going to mention 3 things that you have to make sure you have done, okay? If you need help doing this, start with YouTube as to how exactly to fix each of these elements, but you really should get these basic on-page SEO fixes done, okay? Make sure your title tags match the service or the product each important page on your site is about. The title tag, go ahead and Google it, okay? Make sure that you have no enormous images that are slowing down the loading time of your website, okay? Number 2. Number 3, and this is absolutely critical, make sure your site is responsive or mobile friendly. If it's not, it's a huge search engine optimization problem. The algorithm doesn't like it, but it's also, by the way, really hard for humans to take the action you want them to take when they hit your site, which is get in touch with you, call you, or leave their email, right? You know yourself, if you have to pinch to zoom, there's no excuse for that nowadays to have a site that is not mobile friendly, responsive. Get yourself on a WordPress theme that they're all responsive nowadays. it's worth getting your website updated if it's not already. So those are 3 huge on-page SEO improvements, basic improvements that you can make. There's a lot more actually that you could check. Those 3 are basic. Basic Facebook retargeting. This is a little advanced. You may need some help to do this, okay? But for most of my clients, it's worth at least a test of this, all right? Most people say that Facebook doesn't work real well for lead generation. Those people usually haven't run retargeting campaigns on Facebook. When somebody hits your website, they might actually take the action you want them to take on the first touch, but if there was a way to get back in front of them later when perhaps they're more ready to take an action and get in touch with you, why wouldn't we go ahead and do that? Facebook retargeting allows us to do that, okay? Simply by making sure the Facebook pixel is installed on your website, let the technology do the work so that later on you give them a little nudge as to the service that you offer that they may not have found a solution for yet. They didn't come to your site by accident, and remind them that, hey, you're out there as a solution to the problem that they still might have. Some business owners feel strange about doing this. I'm not talking about spamming people with ads 10 times a day. Just once or twice a day or a few times a week is probably enough. But Facebook retargeting is something that is at least worth a test. These are paid campaigns, but they are extremely low cost campaigns too. You're only showing ads to people who have already been to your site. So the pool of people is not large, and they're warm traffic. They already should have a basic awareness of your business. This is a huge one for local businesses. Basic conversion rate optimization. It sounds like a bunch of jargon, right? All it means is, your website, the purpose that it really has is to get leads for you, lead generation, okay? It's not an art installation, it's not a brochure. It's got a real purpose, and it's no mystery nowadays how to make it convert better, how to make it more likely that visitors to your site who didn't arrive there by accident, remember, but to make it more likely they'll take the action that you'd like them to take, which is to get a hold of you, whether it's to call you, to get your phone number, to call you later, to leave their email address in an email collector so you can get back with them. All these are the function of your website. And the problem is that most businesses might have a phone number in the header, a phone number in the footer. You might have to click into header navigation to even find the phone number. Be surprised how many of your competitors are still doing this. You actually have to search the website for the phone number. It's crazy. Be sure that you have your phone number at least in multiple locations on every page on the site. Sure, the footer is fine. Sure, the header is fine too. But have a direct call, at least one direct call to action on every page on your website. There's no reason not to, okay? Don't be afraid of being too pushy or forward. And I'm not talking about having your phone number in 10 spots on each page. I'm talking about at least once above, near the top of the page, directly stating, if you've got this problem, give us a chance to be the solution to your problem, okay? Here's our phone number, or please leave your email in this box and we will get back to you, okay? Don't be shy. You can't be too subtle nowadays. You know how people surf the web. Think about how you do it, especially on mobile. Nobody's reading, everybody's scanning, okay? So you've got to make it very clear what action they should be taking. So conversion rate optimization, very basic. Last tip for local businesses, they don't have some tracking package installed on their website. The value of understanding where your visitors are coming from, especially if you're running paid traffic, okay? Understanding what channels are working for you. This is worth doing. Google Analytics is free. It'll tell you the basic stats and metrics for your website, tell you how well you're doing, how long people stay on your site, generally where they're coming from. If you're running paid campaigns, it'll let you know if you've got tracking installed, right down to what keywords are bringing people to your website, okay? So a tracking package like Google Analytics, to me, is very basic. I don't see any downside to doing it. Google Search Console is another one that you can install. It may sound a little bit technical, but again, there are 2-minute tutorials out there that will help you install analytics. It's easy, especially if you're running WordPress, okay? How did you do? How many of these common local marketing mistakes are you perhaps making? Hopefully not too many, but for every one that you fix, I'll tell you, over time, your bottom line will be impacted. This is all about helping people discover your business more easily than making it easier for them to take an action that you want them to take once they hit your website, okay? Your website has got to actively function as a lead generation machine to draw people from search engines, first of all, but then to take an action that you'd like them to take. The action that was the reason they came to your site in the first place as a solution to their problem. Make it easy for them to take that last step and get a hold of you, okay? Local lead generation. And I'll leave you with this closing thought. If you were competing in your entire country or worldwide with other businesses, a lot of times that's a really difficult marketing challenge. But the thing about local businesses is you're competing with businesses very near you. And that means that you've got a huge opportunity. Instead of, dozens or hundreds of businesses out there, some of which probably have their marketing really well dialed in, your competition very likely, I can tell you, often doesn't understand local marketing. They haven't taken care of the basics, and it's your opportunity to step in and become seen as more of a local leader on the first page of Google simply by getting these things that I just talked about right. The simple fact that your competition is local, most of them have not implemented something like the working funnel to take care of every aspect of their local marketing. That adds up to a huge opportunity for you. Anyway, look, thank you for watching. I'm Tom from Working Funnel LLC. The Working Funnel is an end-to-end, done-for-you local marketing solution. It's the complete marketing funnel from discovery through to conversion. We basically fix whatever you have that needs to be fixed and create what you don't yet have so that you end up with a funnel that uses the internet properly to get you local leads. Click the link in the description below this. I've got a link to the Working Funnel Deep Dive video that'll teach you a lot about the way your local marketing should look. Thanks again for watching.